points do you think Jordan can average in today's NBA?
What's the most he ever averaged? 37?
37-1.
All right, so 40 easy. 40 easy. 40 easy. Yeah, 40 easy. Like 40 is easy. 40 would be easy for Black Jesus.
Because I think Harden a couple of years ago averaged 36.
Right.
So you figure Jordan could average 40 with no problem. I'm gonna ask both of you guys.
And you add to that when he averaged 37, he was doing it with twos. They weren't even they weren't shooting 3-pointers like how they shoot now. You know what I'm saying? Just imagine if Michael decided to shoot 6, 7 threes a game like they do now, like 40
Average per game.
Today.
Shoot.
More than James Harden is.
James Harden averaged 36.
More than that. For sure.
Really?
For sure. And I was at the Jordan era.
Yeah.
I was in the LeBron, Kobe,
Yeah.
Duncan, and I was at the tail end.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I played with these guys.
Right.
I've seen all the 3-point balls go
Right.
up. They can't. Jordan, no way. Jordan would average 50.
You believe Jordan would average 50?
If he wanted to.
Right.
Like James Harden wants to average 50. He just can't.
Right.
He's at 38.
Right.
Amazing.
Right.
If Jordan wants to average 50, if he was playing his era, I think he averages 50. And this is no disrespect to any of the guys
Current players.
that's killing, like KD, you know.
Yeah, all this good. Yeah.
Yeah, not on
The guys, Steph, and LeBron players.
I said between 45 and 50 because it reminded me so much of how Wilt Chamberlain seemed to be just dropped in a different era when he was averaging 50 and 25. That's what Michael Jordan represented for the era he came in. Think about it. He was MVP of the league while teams were still flying commercial. Okay? The rigor isn't the same. The physicality of today's game isn't the same. And one of the things that you didn't acknowledge, all NBA defense. He will be getting steals. He will be getting out in transition, catching lobs, 3-on-2, 2-on-1, and also getting to the free throw line. In the NBA Finals in the early 90s, he scored 63 in the 80s versus the great Boston Celtics. And yes, there are a handful of great defensive teams in today's game. The Bucks, both teams in LA, the Toronto Raptors. But you know what else it is, Greeny? A lot of bottom feeders. So say against the great teams, he would average 40, no doubt. Against the bad teams, the lottery teams, he would definitely average 50 against those squads. So that's how I got to the number, and I see how you...
His numbers are definitely being played in. We thought James Harden was going to do a lot. Jordan would average 20 free throws probably every night. You got to understand, he would evolve into this era. You know, the Jordan that we saw young, athletic, get to the basket based on, you know, what we've seen in this era, you would see a Jordan probably shoot more threes too. So he would definitely evolve. You know, he averaging 35 at one point. I can see him really pushing at the 40. I don't know about 50, 60, but like, you know, mid-40s. I can see that possibly happening.
I don't know if he would shoot 75% from the field, but Paul, for his career, I think he averaged like 8.5, 8.8 free throw attempts per game. So like, that's at least gonna double. That's 20 per game in today's age. And also, I mean, pace and space. Think about how physical the game was back then. You pretty much get put on your back every time you went to the bucket. Now all of a sudden somebody blows on your wrist or hits your hand, that's a foul. Like, so, yeah, even though he would have taken more threes if he lived in today's age, still his mid-range game was on point. His skill level, he still will be considered one of the most skilled, if not the most skilled in the league today. I think, I don't know 75%, but he'd be averaging in the 40s for sure.
What both of you guys are saying is right. The pace has increased. Three-point shot has increased. Players up front have gotten smaller. So now driving to the basket, he's going to be dunking on everybody. Just think about that. Like, KD is like a 4 in today's game. So now, like, and then here's the other thing. If Harden can average 36, 37 right now, James Harden averaging that right now. He's getting none of those points off his defense. Jordan going to be getting steals. He's going to be getting blocks. He's going to be out fast break. I say like about, we would be having a conversation, can somebody average 50 besides Will? He'll be like 47, 48.
One is the best, 5 is subpar, all right? Not so good. So you get a chance to rank 1 through 5.
better shooter. Like, I don't think anybody in the league at that point should shoot the ball better than shooting 50+% from the field. At the guard position, shooting all J's, like, you have to be a pure shooter. And everything was touching bottoms, like, yeah, 1, 0. You go 0 with that.
What do you think Jordan will average? Where do you think he would fit in?
I mean, he can adapt his game to anything. He would fit in as the best player in the league. Like, that's what he would be. And, you know, I feel like he'll have more possessions to do more things, but there's also more athleticism in his game. There's more length in his game, but, you know, it's also in more space for MJ to go to work. So, I mean, we'll never know, but for sure, I mean, he's a masterful basketball player, like we were saying. His skill level is unmatched, so of course he'll do numbers in this.
Absolutely no question in my mind that Michael Jordan would lead the league in scoring every single year, and he probably would be somewhere around 40 a night because